Okay. Look, I had to finally start the interview here with PJ Dakota because we had 10 minutes of just you missed it. All right. This is why
Exactly.
yeah,
Should
this
have
is why
been
I
there.
suggest y'all. I post a link live for you guys to be able to enjoy some of this stuff because literally the fly shit happens off camera all day
Yeah.
long. Okay? All day long. We're just getting to the interview, all right? But
Right.
you know, I'm here with my girl PJ Dakota. You know,
What I do?
she's out of Michigan. Um, she is one of the So West Coast followers that I actually love the best. Okay, because
Oh,
you
thank you.
know, little do most people know about So West Coast. Um, so West Coast has always been a platform for independents and independent artists for the music label and marketing and website design, trying to help artists kind of get things going. And I didn't tell PJ when I invited her for this interview, but PJ is So West Coast's very first official blue check artist.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mhm. So I'm excited to be able to interview you. Yeah. Woo! You know what I mean? Hey, look, cue the editing for later views because we're gonna broadcast this. This is gonna be on our YouTube channel,
Nice,
and
nice.
we're able to turn the audio of this to our podcast that is
Ah,
on
okay.
Spotify. You know,
Nice.
so definitely check out So West Coast Music Label on all streaming platforms and PJ Dakota on all streaming platforms as well.
Exactly.
You don't just have that blue check for nothing.
Exactly.
Well, tell me what's been going on.
Man, woo, it's been a very interesting year for everybody, but for me, we'll start with, like you said, the blue check situation. So, because a lot of people just been hitting me up, like, how do I get that? How do I get that? Well, I've actually had the blue check for 5 years before y'all see it now. And it was crazy because when I had it, y'all niggas didn't pay me no attention. I had it. And Facebook requires you to actually have that if they're gonna ever really give it to you, unless you're some major superstar. You have to have it on like a music profile or some type of business profile first before they give it to you. Like you hardly ever get it on a personal page. Well, so I had it and I was like, yo, I'm blue check. Yeah, yeah. They were like, two crickets, crickets. I was like, all right, then cool. So I'm gonna keep it moving. And then my page got hacked. And when they hacked it, they took the blue check, not Facebook, but the person who hacked me. I don't know how they did it, but they ended up taking over the page, changed the name of it and everything, and took over the page. So Facebook being Facebook, I love you, Facebook. Just so they won't take the blue
Yeah,
check
we
back.
yeah we do love
Uh,
you, Facebook. We do a lot of Facebook
exactly.
marketing.
Yes, no doubt. And it was hard to get in contact with them to say, hey, y'all, I just got hacked. They took my blue check, whatever, whatever. So it was like, all right, then, well, whatever. I know I'm still officially blue check with them. It's all good. So maybe like whatever, a couple of weeks ago when I finally said, hey, y'all, I got my blue check back. They had sent me a thing and said, you qualify. Now, this is on my personal page. And it's like, you qualify for a blue check. And I'm like, oh, I do? I said, well, guess what? I already have a blue check, but we can go for this one, and it was like their whole thing was why, right, and it was like, why do you deserve this? And I was like, well, one, I use your platform every single day. I have a podcast that I do every week. My fan base is growing. Now, y'all listen to what I'm saying because this is what they're looking for. And and I use your platform to grow my audience. And they was like, and I was like, so that's just it. Oh yeah, by the way, I already had a blue check with y'all. I don't know what happened, whatever, whatever. So I ain't thinking much of it. And they hit me back like, dude, same day or next day. And they was like, girl, you already got a blue check with us. Here you go, ping, and gave it right back to me.
Okay, right
So
on,
that's what happened.
right
And
on.
there's weight to the blue check.
Hmm.
What I mean by that, it does carry some type of weight when you're dealing with certain entities within the music industry and that type of thing. Um, and Facebook decides who should have it. So apparently, I was making enough noise in the beginning 5 years ago to even now. And I'm like even now, like now I'm doing way more stuff on the platform than ever. So I guess, you know, they was like, okay, then cool, here you go. And so it was cool that they put it on my personal, because that's what all my following, my energy is on, you know, the main my name profile, and versus my artist one. I don't know what that is. You can't get the people that's your friends to go over to your artist page and show love to it. So I'm kind of glad that it's here on the personal page, because that's where everybody is anyway.
Okay, so what is your personal page, the name that they can find you?
Patty Barnett.
Okay. And since we're going to do this on Spotify, go ahead and spell that for them so that way they can find you.
Yep, no problem. It's PattiBarnett.
Okay, for sure. And
Yep.
then also too, what's your artist handle so that way they can find you on that as well?
Yep, it's PJ Dakota. That's PJ Dakota, Dakota.
Okay, that's what's up. My experience personally with the transition into getting your fan base to like your brand page, I think has a lot to do with, like you said, the timing in regards to some of the changes that's going on the internet.
Yes, I agree.
You and I, you know, we've been friends for a while on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay? So I know personally, in my personal experience, my original account, that's the current Nicholas Drake account now on Facebook,
Yeah.
to be named first name, so last name, West Coast.
Yep.
Okay. And there was no such thing as a brand page.
Right. Yep.
Okay. So what I tell people a lot of times, especially with my Facebook experience, and you know, if you followed So West Coast on Facebook, as long as I've been marketing on Facebook,
Right.
edu times, or the .edu, when you had to have you had to attend a college to actually be on Facebook.
Yep.
I would consider one of, like, the accounts that we have, like master accounts, you know, because they have things that are available to you that most other Facebook users don't get right away because of having been on there. Like, for instance, the blue check. Do you think that having had the blue check detaches you, quote unquote, as an independent artist versus an industry artist?
No, not at all. Because the energy and the flow of things right now, and everybody's listening is paying attention, it's about being independent. The industry is there, but the industry ain't there. You know what I'm saying? They focus on the ones that's making them money, that's always been making their money. So they're gonna always focus on Madonna. They're gonna always, you know, focus on YouTube and Justin Bieber and all them cats, because they're solidified already within the industry. But as new cats, they like, if you ain't giving me the same numbers that Justin Bieber is, we're not paying you much attention. And then if we do give you, because you might have something, a little buzz that we like, we only gonna throw this little distribution deal to you, and we really ain't gonna do nothing behind it. Fuck that. I don't need that. I can do that by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so independent people, you can literally create your own label and your own flow, but it's about you communicating with your fan base and staying with them and letting them know to build that same thing that the industry over there doing, but you get to keep 100% of your own money. But that's another whole conversation.
Oh, you know, they need to contact you directly for that conversation. I mean, are you currently signing artists to your label?
Not any new ones. I already have, I think I'm dealing with maybe 5 right now. And yeah, so I need to get them solidified to where I'm at right now. And then probably sometime later in 2022, I'll pick back up to possibly signing some new artists. But even on that, I mean, it kind of puts me in the same realm of how the industry is looking. Even as an independent artist, you still got to be on your A game. You know what I'm saying? As an artist, if I like something that you're doing and I want to bring you on board, trust me, that means I already have a vision for you where I know I can get you and where you can go. You got to be willing to take that journey, because so many times. And the reason why for a minute there I stopped managing and do all that stuff, because artists don't listen. They think they know everything, and I promise you, you don't, because there's pitfalls and dark alleys and within this industry that you get caught up in, and y'all be like, what the hell happened? I'll be like, dude, I told you to turn to Albuquerque. The same road that Bugs Bunny missed all the time. Y'all supposed to turn left and y'all went right. And here you are in this situation. So, man, that's true. It's stories for days I can give y'all. And it's because I've been there, done that, seen that, whatever. I don't just tell y'all anything just to be talking. I've experienced it all. So it's all from experience that when I give you guys advice and suggestions or whatever, it's real talk.
I personally understand, you know what I mean? But I've been watching for a little while. I do a little research. You know,
right.
I do a little research before I get to reaching out to people. You know, it's really odd too, because people, you know, they'll be surprised to say, well, you know about my video? I'm like, yeah, I watched it. Like I can't be, you know, I support, I listen to the music.
Right.
Send it to me, I gotta check it out, you know. So, you know, I definitely get it. What things do you think, you know, helps your career having lasted so long as an independent artist?
Consistency, for real though. Really, man, I can't express that enough. Consistency. I've had, if I could just turn back some pages, you'll see how many people, like my roster done changed like a million times. And I look to my left and I look to my right, and ain't now damn one of them still with me. And it's about consistency. It was like, dude, you didn't want to listen. You thought you was better. You just whatever. And I just kept trucking along. So the crazy thing was, everybody who I picked up or I was working with or whatever, all thought they were better than me. Mm-hmm. And maybe some of them were, you know, they rapped better, they this, that, whatever. I'm cool. But I know what I offered on the table. And I knew that if push came to shove, I outshine all y'all motherfuckers for real though. But that's because I know what the hell to do. You know what I'm saying? I know what to bring to the table. Right, you know what I'm saying? I know what to put in the pot to make it, you know, taste right at the end of the day. And so I never like, I'll be like, all right, then, cool. I just stayed my course. So I just kept doing my thing. And as it kept going, it was like people like you and a couple other people like, man, we've been watching you, girl. You keep going. I'm like, oh my God, they really paying attention. So I just kept doing it, you know. And so here we are, and the songs are doing well on, you know, on the charts and everything. And man, it's just been great. So it's about consistency, and don't give a shit about what them over them saying over there about you. Just keep it moving.
Yeah, I can dig it. Skate is the last one that I've seen that I know is doing real good numbers.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a very universal song. It's a real fun song. I definitely love the idea. You know, we had World on Wheels out here in LA.
Yes.
So, you know, so I can roller skate.
Right. I used to roller skate.
I skate to that.
Right. No doubt. Yeah, it's a movement, and I didn't know about the movement as far as skating, because you know that was stuff we did when we were kids. But it's still something that's big, kind of like in its own little secret world, the skating world. And they serious about that shit. And I was like, whoa, okay then. So yeah, no, I hopefully in 2022 I plan to come out there and promote it for real there at the skating rinks there in LA and California and all that. A couple of other spots. We got this whole list. And it was funny because when the song came out, people like hit me like, Pat, I got this whole list of all the roller skate places in the world. I was like, all right then, so time to put this roller skating tour on and let's go. So, you know, that type of thing. And that's just promoting just that single by itself. That's not even, you know, talking about the rest of the album. So it's about that marketing and everything. That's where you can come in to help me figure out how to make it all work.
You know, a lot of times with the marketing stuff like that, you know, we had a discussion, and a lot of times what I really, really appreciated about the discussion with you is you took notes on our initial call. Mm-hmm. And I've seen you implement some of those things that we discussed. Okay. And for me, I'm like, perfect. This helps the marketing, because it's like, hey, I can tell you as an artist, like, this is why I do the consulting and the Zoom meetings, because it's like, hey, look, instead of me trying to wait or, you know what I mean, give you a proposal and all this other stuff, you know, you got stuff going on in their life. You know what I mean? So I tell people right off the bat, like, here, start here, boom, 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 boom. Okay. And those are the people that, if you take that stuff that we've had in those first meetings and you apply it, oh, you're coming back. You're going to be like, okay, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Like, I plugged this in, it lit right up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, that's just a, I was like, look, check it, the marketing, you know, this is going to be long term. Like, people don't, you know, they don't take into consideration. But, you know, like, for instance, my latest startup business has been No Miss Opportunities, the nonprofit, which allows me to donate my time to a lot of independent artists. The music label is actually under No Miss Opportunities, which a lot of people don't really understand that. And it's so that way we can donate to independent artists to create new music, new content. Okay. And the benefit of that is really trying to you know, teach people in the marketing. It's gonna be a long time. Like, you know, you never think when you start a business, like 15 years later, like, oh, you still have it.
Right. Yes.
Like, oh, what is my 2022 marketing plan?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think about that all the time. Established in 2008, I get people that are still, you know, pulling up stuff from 5 years ago, and they're like, hey, what's up with this? And I'm like, where did you find that? You know what I mean? On YouTube? Like, you know what I mean?
Right, because that was so long ago, right?
Let me try to explain what I was thinking or doing
at that time, right?
And I'm so glad at this point, you know, because like you expressed the longevity of it, you know, doing marketing to the point where people can kind of look back and see the progression.
Yes.
That's what I mean about the consistency. Like that's the significance of interviewing an artist like yourself, saying, hey, look, 2022, we're doing the skate tour. If you have a roller ring near you, this is who you need to have there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Take this video. The information will be down here. Contact us so we can come to a city near you.
Right. Or
interview you about your roller ring and how that applies to, you know, the skate video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Independent numbers, by the way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Independent numbers. Tell me about your recent tour, because you recently left the country.
Yes. And that goes right back to the skating song. There was a huge event that in Spain, Barcelona. Was it Barcelona, Spain? How you go? Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona, Spain. That they do every year called, I think it's called Barcelona Skate. Barcelona Skate Love, or Barcelona Love Skate. I think it's Barcelona Skate Love that they do every year, and I didn't know about it. So the young lady I was working with, she was like, dude, they do this event. Man, we need to go. We can promote the song. And I'm like, all right, then cool. And then I had some other people with some business there that they were there. They live in Barcelona. And I was like, oh. So they had actually invited me to come down to handle some business with them. And I said, like earlier in the summertime. And I was like, I'm actually going to be there in September. Can we just do everything at the same time? So we go there. We go to the event, the skating event, and I'm not pretty sure how big, because normally it's huge. I don't know if it was able to get the capacity that it normally gets to because of the COVID, because it was really still, it was very strong there as far as wear the mask, all that type of stuff. So I don't think the numbers was as high, but they still did it. So I give them kudos for that. But it was cool to see the people still come out and support that. And just see that culture in motion and just that love for it. So I think we was able to get the song to a couple of the DJs. I'm still reaching out to a couple of them that was there. And I'm looking forward to going back there next year for the event as well. Nice. And then an opportunity, the people that I was working with, which will be my future producer, which you guys will get a chance to see the interview on Saturday at noon. His name is Frankie Biggs, awesome producer, Grammy winner, that type of thing. Well, he lives there in Barcelona, and he liked my music. And I did a song with his son for my album, and he mixed it and took it to the stars. I was like, oh my God. So we were there to talk about that, work on the video for it. and for him to potentially be my new producer for moving forward. So was handling that opportunity came up, and then he offered me distribution with Sony. And I was like, yeah. So I was able to get two things done at the same time. And so, yeah. And if anybody ever go to Barcelona, Spain, I suggest you go. It's a beautiful city.
Okay. Right on.
Yep.
I have not gotten to my international travels yet. I've really kind of worked on trying to have people in the different areas that I do want to visit, because we discussed that earlier. Not necessarily going to the tourist traps.
Right. Exactly.
So I mean, with events like that, it really kind of has given me a chance to really connect with people like yourself, and then think about the fact that you're going to an annual event, to promote.
Yeah.
One of the steps that I was actually taking has been with the nonprofit to include some of these things, so that way they can be trips that we can offer to the youth.
Okay, yeah.
So we could technically chaperone, you know what I mean? But I think it might be, some future years down the road, once I go myself and check to make sure everything is okay first. Okay.
Oh yeah.
We want to make sure it's safe. At least have some, some insight on that, a little research and development per se.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now, have you, because one of the other places, and I've been trying to decide whether it's, so y'all hear me out when I say this, I'm trying to decide whether it's something that's worth me doing. Now, everybody that attends it and says it, they always say, yeah, that, what is it, the SXX, whatever, the thing that's always in Houston, Texas. What's that?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know what the
Southwest South something. It's that big music event they do in Texas. Southwest South something.
I'm not 100% sure about it. But okay. I mean, anything promotion wise, like I was explaining to you off camera, it's the connections are, me personally, I'm more, especially with Tony Stark's marketing, I'm a target marketer.
I love that name.
Try to make a difference to people that do marketing. Like, I'm about to hit something specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I have spray campaigns where we're just throwing stuff out there. But,
right, exactly.
I'm more the guy that you call if you're really trying to get to someone direct.
Gotcha.
Which, of course, that's a little bit more expensive, because sometimes, you almost, in certain doors, the key costs money.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, we could meet that person, but are you, when you meet them, are you prepared to be able to make sure they're comfortable to even talk to you?
Exactly.
I know I do Zoom meetings for that very purpose. I mean, like right now, especially with COVID, I'm amazed that the artists are able to still, function. Things are opening back up where they're, people are actually getting together again. Whereas 2020, that was one of the moments where people saw the advantage that So West Coast had, because I was able to thrive in the idea that I'm already set up for remote work.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
So everybody else was quarantined, and I'm like, still taking orders. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I take a Zoom, Zelle, PayPal. You know what I mean? However you want to send it. You know what I mean? I get your website up today. I got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
So, with the way that I do things, I know that I specifically like certain things. I mean, what kind of stuff do you require for like your events, like for you to show up to a venue?
Simple stuff like bottled water. I prefer wireless mic. If not, I'm cool with the cord. Not much, I haven't turned to a diva yet, so I'm pretty simple.
Okay, all right. Okay, look, like you said, the key word in that is yet. All right,
Yes.
I want y'all to listen real close, okay? Because right now, you get PJ Dakota, all right, for, you know what I mean, with or without the cord, some bottled water, all right. She has a blue check mark. You can book her. She already does international events, okay? Distribution deal through Sony. All right, all you with bottled water, people. This is simple. You know what I mean? Like you being good. Okay. Now, all right. Now here's the real question. Okay, that's since I got you for the interview. All right. Now
Right.
give me the PJ Dakota diva list that you're gonna need. You know what I mean? When you're doing the full event, so that way they know what kind of good deal they're getting on booking right now.
Exactly. Okay, hold on. Let me get into that mode. Hold on.
Okay. All right.
You gotta look over the glasses. Well, you know. See, the voice even got changed. Oh my God. So you really need to be talking to my management.
That's exactly it. Look, let them look. Hey, see, look. Look. That's the real answer right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what everything stops right there.
A whole separate paycheck. A person with a paycheck that needs to talk to you. I can't even talk. Look, this is so expensive. You're gonna need to talk to my manager. They're gonna have to work the details out for you. People don't understand these bookings. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even.
Right. I'm gonna send you my invoice later, man.
Look, you know, I artist. What's it called? Badass was one of my artists. Okay, that I managed.
All right. I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Okay. Platinum, international travel. You know what I mean? You know, Badass's bread and butter is a Snoop Dogg featured event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So booking him, you know what I mean? I would get the calls and be like, yeah, like yes, he does want that too.
Exactly. Right.
Like I you know, I would call him, but I'm not gonna waste his time. And even trying to uncheck anything.
Exactly.
You know, so
yeah, but people it's levels to being an artist, being a successful artist and being out there artist. Y'all be like, I can just do what I am right now. It's the same on me. No, man, you get them opportunities where you get walkthroughs and your walkthrough is $15,000 or whatever. And all you had was walk through a bar. You know, and do that for a whole week without even touching a mic. You know what I'm saying? So it's about being prepared for that type of success and then have a single that's hot, you know, whatever, and being able to do these interviews like these, like consistently, where you sit in a room, especially when you get overseas, you sit in a room and you and interview after interview come, next person come in and they talking a whole different language. Now you got to listen to the interpreter. What did she say? Oh, she asked me, okay, then this is what, and it's level, it's a job, y'all. It's work. It ain't going to be easy, y'all. Don't be fooled by it. It's a lot of work.
Look, people always ask me to come out to the events and support the events, and I'm like, I do trade shows. Like, you know, it's like you said, the walkthroughs, like you know what I mean? When they try to, if a lot of times for the smaller venues, when they try to discuss, you know, booking me for stuff, I'm like, I don't know if I'm not going to even send you to my manager. Okay.
Right. I can answer this one for you. Right.
Because she's going to charge you for me to show up. And then she's going to ask me why I didn't charge you for the call.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm going to get in trouble. You know what I mean? And, you know,
right. Get some money on the table. You know, right.
Like the fact, look, honestly, I really, it's funny too, because I think about the idea, like how you're expressing doing walkthroughs and things like that. I really try to make myself as accessible as I possibly can to people just on social media, you know.
Yes.
And it's funny because people don't really get it, and I just be like, all right, yeah,
right. because that's why I said that's where that line changes. And so I feel you on that, because I be like, y'all, I'm online, you better ask your questions, because when y'all be like, can you come, and I be like, here's my ticket, and then you be like, wait a minute, when we was online you said yes, because that part is free. and that may change soon, so you know what I'm saying? That's
you want to be there.
Right. Exactly. So yeah. So they gotta understand that, man. It's still business, man.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what do you have? What new music do you have coming out? What projects do you have that you're working on? You know, what can we what can we expect coming up, especially in this holiday season?
I know. I was really trying to get this Christmas song out this year, but I think we're still gonna record it. But there's a window, and that's another thing about the industry. You guys gotta understand those windows. And there's a certain time when Christmas music has to already be out to even get into the flow of things to be successful. And the guy I'm doing a song with, he's like, let's still put it out. I was like, I get what you're saying, but we ain't got enough time to put no marketing behind it, da 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 da. So let's just record it and let's save it for 2022. So we're definitely gonna have a Christmas song out. And for anybody that's listening, if you're listening to what I'm saying, take note. Do your Christmas song. Do your jingle bells or writing a whole new Christmas song. That will be money that you have for the rest of your life. So you be like, and I say her name because she's like the queen of it, Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey make a killing every year. That's why she ain't got to worry about putting out no new album, nothing, no time soon, because she can.
You ain't having Christmas without Mariah Carey.
One every year. Every year, you know what I'm saying? So she good, and now the music just started, so she's collecting her checks. So my goal on that, besides doing a nice rendition of Jingle Bells or whatever the hell we're gonna sing, it's guaranteed money for the rest of my life. So you got to be thinking, people. So we're gonna do that, and I wanted to put out my single "Devil Was a Liar," but see, this window that we're in right now, we are in the fourth quarter, you guys. And within a couple of weeks, the label shuts down. The industry shuts down, and they go home and they enjoy their family and the holidays too. And only thing that's on the radio right now, you hear your songs, but what's the main thing on music right now is Christmas music. Ain't nobody stunting your new single. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So it was like, and we were going to put out last year. We were going to put out this compilation, and the label told us don't put it out. They said don't put it out. Wait till the top of the year. Wait for this Christmas music because your sales are going to be very low. And we waited until December was over, and at the top of the year we went on. They told me this year, like, Patty, we're going to do a new compilation out and be on that one, and then we'll go from there. But it was when the label tell you, don't set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get the numbers that you're looking for because of Christmas music. So like I said, if you're going to do some Christmas music, do some Christmas music. But if you do put a project out, man, you better promote it like hell to be able to swim through all the Christmas music for anybody to hear it, or, put out a dope video to follow up, that type of thing. Independently wise, it's just like, it's a killjoy. So I just said, I put the brakes on. So I'm not going to drop it to the top of it till January, the first week of January, I'll drop it. It's a video that follows the same day, everything. So that's that. And then I was gonna drop the whole album, but because of my business that I was having in Barcelona, the guy liked my album so much, he was like, take this song off, take that song off, keep these, let's redo this. So the whole album basically getting revamped, and so I already know what, you take it from here's where I think it is to where he's about to take it. So that's exciting to me. And just to have that, that stamp of Sony on it as well makes it all the better. And so 2022, we're definitely getting a new single, a new album, several new videos I've got that will be coming out as well. And I got about 4 or 5 artists that are coming out with their albums as well. And we're going to try to put them all under the Universal platform that I'm under right now. That's where the label is under. The labels will have distribution through Universal. And a couple of compilation projects I'm working on as well with independent artists. Like, I pick out a couple of different independent artists and be like, yo, I like your song. So that make sure that whole project ain't nothing but dope songs, and we're just going to push it out. So that's probably basic plan for, like you say, and still try to get on putting something together for that skate song.
Check Patty out. Gonna have to check Patty out online, you know what I mean, to stay up to date with all the information. If you missed any of this, we're definitely gonna rebroadcast it on the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to get it on Spotify. But definitely, hit Patty directly right now, before you having to talk to the manager.
Exactly. Exactly.
Patty got all her ducks in a row. So, blue check, distribution,
Oh
You
yeah.
know, album on all streaming platforms. You know what I mean? International followers. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I try to tell
Oh
people
yeah.
all the time. You
Yep.
know,
And we're about to be able to distribute in China and South Korea.
okay, all right. I know that's big right now. There's, you know, I try not to go too far international on them. You know, people are like, I try to share this locally to maybe get them to think a little regionally. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe outside of their state.
Right. Right.
You know,
Exactly.
travel maybe
Yeah.
across the country nationally.
Right.
You know, and then if they decide that they, you know, can handle that, and that's it, they have got some movement there. There's an international, you know, and
Yeah.
then you tie it in. It's like a global thing,
Oh yeah. Oh
you
yeah.
know, so that way when you zoom all the way in as a local artist, I mean, you might be on.
Yeah, right. Well, the catch to
Okay.
that though is a lot of times we'll be huge stars overseas way before we're even here in the States.
I,
So, and that was one of the things when I look at my statistics, and y'all pay attention to y'all statistics from Spotify and all, they tell you where your music is hot. And we hot over there. So it was like, cool, I'm gonna give it that music. Here you go, boom. And I keep working on the states and try to get them, bring them in. But until then, I gotta go where they're liking the music.
well, I mean, you have to go where people are paying you. Um, the a lot of the stuff that's going on currently within our country, you know, you know, it's a whole nother interview and topic. You
Right.
know, I try not to go too far into it right now. I've actually discussed with you know, some of my close friends about the significance of being authentic with So West Coast, being able to have authentic artists like yourself that are
Mhm.
able to that, you know, I can reach you. I reach out to you, you respond. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
post on your page and you respond back. And
Mhm.
I don't give the same energy to an artist that doesn't, you know.
Man, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't
And I
chase that.
appreciate that. I appreciate when you respond.
Oh man, likewise. You know what I mean? I'd be like, I don't know, PJ. Like, look,
Right. Y'all know who West
like,
Coast
you know
is?
what I mean? Like, she just went to Barcelona. Like, I don't know. Like, what do you do for a living? You know what I mean? Like, because I thought that's what y'all all wanted to do. Y'all want to travel the world and
Yep.
her music, and
Yep.
you know, you also do interviews.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. The name of the
What's up
show.
with that?
Yep, the name of the podcast is called the Say What Show. And yeah, I'm trying to get it on Spotify as well. But it's definitely called the Say What Show. And it's like, say what? Because that's what people, when people say something crazy, you be like, say what? What happened? So that's the concept behind that. And I interview everybody. You don't have to be super big superstar, whatever. I really like to focus on independent artists, the underground folks, whatever, and show that growth. Be like, yo, where you at? Boom, boom. I try to give them tips in the process, like, dude, do this, don't do that, that type of thing. So it's open. I reach out to people every day because I fill up my month up, about 4 or 5 interviews a month. Sometime earlier this summer, I did about 8 to 12. I filled up my whole month, and that was hell on wheels, but it was a good
I
month.
imagine so.
Yeah, and so doing it once a week, can be
Yeah.
can work you. So, but yeah, it's about to say what. I just want to be able to create platforms because the Say What show coincides with the Peep This magazine. So if you make it on my Say What show, you make it into the magazine portion of it. So we're gonna try to really kick that off a little bit better for 2022. So it's about creating platforms that we've never had as independent artists because we were so trying so bad to get into the industry, and they don't give you time of day. But you got to create the platforms that have the same meaning and power. So yeah, so that's what that is.
Right on. How does someone get in contact with you to get on the Say What show?
You guys can inbox me. Like I said, go to the Patty Barnett page or even the PJ Dakota page. The email is daydreamproduction@yahoo.com.
Okay.
Just hit me up, whatever, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I interview everybody.
Okay, right on. Do you have a booking email that you have?
Yes, actually, I do. Let me get. I ain't got to memorize because that ain't my job to memorize nothing like that. So,
Well, I might have some personal experience about this booking email address, which is why I ask about it.
okay. Right. Matter of fact, I think that's what you used, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, how do I got to get in touch with you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I can't tell them what my deal is on my interview.
You right.
You know what I mean? But if they
Oh
want
man,
to
I can't even.
interview,
Let me. Right. I took off my Instagram thing. It's on my Instagram. I didn't remember, y'all. I'll text it to you. I think it's at.
okay.
I'm gonna mess
So
up.
we will put it down here so that way we.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will put it on in the video comments, or not the comments, but in the description, so that way people can, book you for, skate events, walk through.
But they can't find it. The information is on my Instagram page, which is PJ Dakota. Go to PJ Dakota on Instagram, and it's in the thing. You'll see it.
Okay, right on. What would you say your best platform is for your marketing, your music?
Right now it's been Spotify. But my agents, they tell me that I should be focusing on Amazon. But I don't know how many people, listen to music on Amazon. That's the crazy thing with all of that. Individuals, artists listen to what I'm saying. The platforms, they be like, yo, I got this distribution deal. And it's huge. So when you guys get your distribution deal, I don't care who it is with, all of them, they're going to send your music in almost 200, 300, 400 platforms. Nobody can market 200, 300, 400 platforms at any point in time. So you have to focus on the main ones. And the main ones, the iTunes, which is what Apple Music now, Amazon is the one that makes the most money out of all of them. Of course, Spotify and YouTube. Those are the ones y'all focus on. Y'all didn't hear that from me. Those are the ones y'all focus on. You know what I'm saying? I gave y'all a gem because ain't nobody gonna tell y'all that.
That is definitely a major gem as somebody that actually does distribution deals through West Coast music label. Mm-hmm. And like you said, you're distributed to 200 different platforms, and as a self-proclaimed marketing expert.
Right. I approve that message.
Right. Much appreciated. Trying to actually create a marketing. First of all, trying to create a marketing plan to market to 200 different distribution links.
Right.
Okay? Like me having the meeting with people who want to do that, and I'm like, let's say I charged you $5
for one.
Yeah, for each one. Okay. How fast am I going to eat your budget up? You know what I mean? And technically, I'm not trying to take your budget where you be feeling like, you just gave me $10,000 and you're like, it disintegrated.
Yeah.
Like it literally, like I handed it to him and 2 days later it was gone. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be a good business person if I didn't actually give those disclaimers. Like, yeah, I take your $10,000 and
right,
it's gone. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're on. Like, yes, I put you up there. I you know what I mean? I shared it. You know what I mean? And people was looking like, you can get the music on Napster, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how many people are using Napster.
Exactly, and that's the catch. You can type your name in and you be on this Chinese station or Japanese station, and you can't even read the stuff on it. But who do I know over there hey, y'all make sure y'all listen to my music. See, that's that catch. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the crazy part. You know what I mean? I actually have a big following in the Asian continent. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for me, I love the fact that it's on there like that.
It's on there. Yeah.
I have the So West Coast variety show that I dropped in like 2010 or 11. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So when I look back, I have a decade of marketing in that particular demographic.
Yeah.
That's why they're listening to the music. You know what I mean? Like, so generally when it's funneled down in, I'm looking like, oh, today's going to be a good day.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's cracking in Japan right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, hey, look, let me do a Zoom, in Michigan. you know, so, you know, I strongly suggest people take advantage of the benefits of the internet, as well as, you know, like yourself, marketing, you know, internationally, because having that buzz and vibe, as well as like you're saying, you're reaching out and doing these interviews, you know, and it's open to anybody. You know, I'm telling anybody watching this video, if you don't follow the link and just get you an interview, just period, just because, the same way with this video right now, this is going to be etched in, you know what I mean, what they're calling the metaverse.
Yes, right. History, yeah.
All right, that's the new name for it. Okay, we used to it's Facebook when we were on it. Okay, but it's now the metaverse. Okay. Okay. And in the future, when PJ Dakota and So West Coast drop the NFT,
right,
we're going to refer back to this video and ask, did you follow the links? Did you comment? Did you like? Did you subscribe? You know what I mean? And maybe you might be able to get a discount, you know what I mean, on the new thing that's going to stop or that's going to drop, you know, 2022, 2023.
Yep.
You know, and right now, if you're not actually trying to hurry up and get your holiday song together, you better get in the holiday mood.
Exactly.
Okay? To drop your song for literally next year's holiday season. Okay. Because if you don't think I'm going to be singing Jingle Bells, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
on PJs, you know what I mean? A Sony Universal Distribution. I'm like, what do you need me to do as soon as I get off the call? You know what I mean? Like, how can I get on it? You know what I mean? I don't need y'all to watch the video or participate at all. I'm gonna take care of it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be in Barcelona next year on some roller skates talking about.
Right, exactly.
You see the video? You know.
Yeah.
I thank you, PJ, every time. You know, you respond, you tap in. You know, you give me an opportunity to be able to have you on our show. Like I said, for me, it's a big deal because you are the first blue check, you know, and like you said, you've had it for 5. I've probably been following for 10,
right?
You know, so, you know, so that lets people know, you know, you get your followers, you get your fan base, you know what I mean? And you're going to get your blue check, you know what I mean? Get your distribution.
Yep.
Be international.
Yep.
Do your shows, do your interviews.
Yep.
You know, and take over Tuesday, because that's what this is about.
Exactly.
You know, so follow all the stuff below, you know what I mean, and check my girl out, man. You know, she's everywhere you can find her. Google it, you'll find her.
Oh yeah,
you know?
But same thing with you, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you guys follow so well, because man, he the man to go to for the plan, for the blueprint to get some things out. So I definitely,
you know, I try. You know, we're ill around here. You know, stay tuned. We'll I don't just be wearing it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you guys stay tuned and follow us, and you know, we'll keep you posted. You know, I'm gonna end this, and it was definitely a pleasure, and thanks for listening.
No doubt. Thanks, man.